Foundry. Is it worth a buy? Let's read the words of the developer. Build a factory optimized to perfection, or an artistic masterpiece in an infinite voxel world. Mine and harvest resources, automate your ever-growing production lines, and manage complex systems while researching your way to mechanical mastery in Foundry. Guys, I almost held it together there. Sorry about that slip of the tongue. I actually thought it said that. First off, guys, it ran great on my 2080, no bother whatsoever. There's lots of things to twiddle and tweak in the options. You can rebind all your keys. There's quite a few graphical options. There's a lot of co-op options as well, the way you can connect in many different ways. Direct IP address, there's dedicated servers, or you can just use Steam and connect with each other that way. Now, first thing I want to say is I didn't get a key to this until last night, so I've been frantically working. That was my fault, I didn't ask. But I have a good relationship with Paradox, and I had a feeling they'd give us one if I asked, but I forgot completely. I was doing other games, and I forgot about this completely. So I got a late key last night, and I've been hammering it all day to the deadline, because I wanted to get something out as close to release as possible. But obviously this is going to be just a first impressions. I've done 8 hours in the game, probably 6 of it solo, and the last 2 was co-op. And I've had to redesign my base about 3 times, and now I want to burn it with fire and start a brand new game, which is exactly what I'm going to do after this video is finished. This game is so similar to Satisfactory, but I haven't played Satisfactory for about a year and a half. I will be hopefully reviewing it this year if it comes out. I think it's going to release this year. We'll wait and see. Hopefully it will, because it's a fabulous game. And this game they've lifted a lot of stuff from Satisfactory into this. However, they have innovated. They haven't just done a copy and paste. They have completely innovated with that. So there's things that kind of reminded me of Satisfactory. The way that you do a lot of the automation is very similar to Satisfactory, but they've just done a better job in this. This is just better. Now, I'm saying that for somebody who hasn't played Satisfactory for a year and a half. I have done a couple of videos on it, and I've got about, I don't know, a lot of hours, certainly over 50 hours in it. But in Satisfactory, that is. But it's probably changed a lot since then. So I'm only comparing to Satisfactory from a year and a half ago. And there's a lot of quality of life things in this that I wish I had in Satisfactory. I love the way the automation works in this. The game is very similar in the sense that you're crashing on this planet, or you're landing on this planet. You have to find a way to get off it. I'm assuming that's what you have to do in this. I ain't got that far yet. And there's different ore places around. But this game is Voxel. This is Minecraft. You can just drill around. I drilled a huge tunnel through a mountain in this, just because I wasn't doing any kind of crazy conveyor belting science build. I just wanted to see if I could do it. It has water, it has different biomes, it has a huge place, but it has no monsters, it has no threats, no danger. That's a bit. I was hoping, and it is early access, this game, it's not a release, so we'll see what happens, but I kind of miss the lack of danger in this. There's also no fall damage, and I certainly wasn't looking like I was going to drown when I was underwater. There was no sort of oxygen meter. I think that's because I'm a fucking robot. But anyway, it's the same kind of thing as Satisfactory, Factorio. You get the raw materials and you will smelt it down and you will create a basic kind of plate or pipe. And then you will use them basic pipes and plates, bring them together to forge something else. Then you'll be able to get another ore that'll unlock to create something else, and you'll make get all them components together to create something else. And so the more complex part you need, the more machines you need to bring together. Now, with this, the way you do it is so much better than Satisfactory. For example, if you look at the basic way you smelt the raw materials, you can just run a conveyor belt straight down the side of all of your smelters, and it will just you can do this from the off as well. This isn't sort of a 4 or 5 hours in to create the technology to do this. This is the base stuff. Now, you can do similar to this in Satisfactory, but not from the get-go, you can't. And that's what I like about this. And also the crafting, you can just craft in your pockets. You have huge trousers, guys. And you can just, as long as you have the mats in your inventory, you can just say, I want one of them, and that's it, it's done. You don't have to put them all together on a bench and then craft it. It's just on the fly, and you can be doing other stuff while there's 50 things crafting in your pockets, guys. I love it. It just makes more sense. Now, to unlock the new blueprints, which is the way you do the game, in this you have to make these science packs, and there's different complexities of science packs. That's where I'm kind of up to. I was trying to automate a few different types of science packs into one research machine, because when you click on something to research, that might say it might require 30 of the base science packs and I don't know, 30 of the Mark II science packs. So you have to feed both kinds of packs into that machine to keep it going, keep it automated. And if, like me, you wanted more than one research thing, which obviously you do, so it researches faster, then you've got to kind of science in some way of getting 2 lots into that. Now, this is just basic stuff, but man, I had a right fucking arse on it. I did, but we got there in the end. We're now up to the point where we are making a hydro-powered on the water, like hydropower on the water. We just got to that point where I had to quit to bring you this review, this first impressions review. And I have to say, guys, after looking at the absolute huge complexity of what you can build, I mean, the whole tech tree is huge, and the amount of stuff that it unlocks is huge. The amount of stuff in this for an early access game is phenomenal. I mean, it's not like just a little taster of the game. There's a huge section of the game in here to play that you can really get your teeth into. Certainly, you get your money's worth out of if you're into these kind of games out of the early access. I should also mention that the maps are procedural. They are procedurally generated. You have a map seed there as well, so you can share your map with other people. So that's a big plus for replayability on this. But it's not all great. There was a few bugs that I found in the game. One of them had me falling through the ground and landing again. But as there's no fall damage, I was fine. There's also a respawn, which is great. So if you do ever get stuck on the terrain, it hasn't happened to me yet, but if you do, you can respawn and you won't lose any of your shit, because I did try that. There's also a launcher when you actually start. There's the Paradox launcher, which I'm sure a few of you won't like, but got to mention these things because they are potential negatives for anyone buying this game. Saying all that, guys, I've had a blast playing it, and I am starting again, probably for streaming purposes, as well as me making a dog's dinner of my current base. So we'll get all that started again. But if you like Satisfactory, if you like Factorio, then I think this is a definite buy for you. It's really good fun.